But if there is a favorite to finish in the top two, it would be 27-year-old Josh Davis, triple gold medalist from the 96 Olympics. Most golds, Rowdy, by any American man at those games.
You know, I have seen Josh Davis take a lot of races out very fast, but I've never seen Josh take it out that fast.
And he's still ahead of world record pace at the halfway mark. Davis looks like he's going to win it, and Davis sets an American record. He breaks a 12-year-old mark. What a swim for Davis.
Welcome to the Ultimate Swimmer Podcast. I'm your host, three-time Olympic gold medalist and captain of the 2000 USA team, Josh Davis. Here at Ultimate Swimmer, we hope to inform, inspire, and encourage you to be the very best version of you, physically, mentally, and spiritually, on your swimming journey. This podcast is geared primarily for those of us in the aquatic disciplines of age group swimming, college swimming, para swimming, open water swimming, and master swimming. But we welcome all who are interested in peak performance, pursuing excellence, and swimming with purpose. So whether you are just starting out in the pool or you've been swimming your entire life, you were born for the water, and you were also born for greatness. So each week we will explore the 7 core habits of achieving greatness that will help take you to the next level in your journey to becoming an ultimate swimmer. This episode is brought to you by Breakout Swim Clinics, the longest-running swim clinic tour of swimming Olympians in U.S. history. Breakout Swim Clinics has been providing swim clubs with the biggest Olympic names for the best prices with gold medal service since 1997. Go to breakoutswimclinic.com and bring some of their great Olympians to your team to help your swimmers break out. Bigger names, better prices, gold medal service. Break out with the best. breakoutswimclinic.com. Welcome, everybody, to the Ultimate Swimmer Podcast Show. I'm your host, Josh Davis, and one of my favorite guys in the world is our guest this week. And you guys know him already. He's a 4-time Olympian, current world record holder, fastest split ever in the 4x100 free relay, a GM of the world champion ISL team, Cali Condors, and the co-creator of the greatest swimmer strength DVD ever, Getting Stronger with Jason Lezak, and the ultimate of ultimate swimmers, ultimate dad and husband as well, Jason Lezak. Welcome to the show, Jason.
Hey, Josh. Thanks for having me on.
Well, I want to just recap the last few months with you. A lot has happened. You and I were in Omaha in June at the Olympic trials. I was wave 1 watching my son Luke, and then we saw each other at wave 2 for those 8 days. And you might have been working harder than I was. I was running 2 practices a day and a few USA swimming events, but you were going all day long with VIPing with USA Swimming and friends. So what was your thoughts of trials, and what were some of the things you got to do there?
Yeah, I mean, that was a lot of fun for me. I did get a drop in on one of your sessions, which was great. Brings back memories from 5 years ago when I think I did 2 sessions every day for 8 days. That was a lot of fun. But, this time around, I was out there enjoying the atmosphere, and I was in the stands. I was, sharing the experience with some VIP members from USA Swimming, which was pretty neat to see different perspectives and be able to talk to people about things, and then just doing other promotional type stuff while I was there. So they kept me real busy, and but that's what it was all about. I went there to enjoy the experience, to share my stories and my experiences, and I think I made the time a little bit better for some, and it was great for me as well.
Yeah. Well, it's fun to get to see you in action, getting to meet all the friends and VIPs of USA Swimming, and just really heightening the experience of coming to trials. Because trials in itself is wonderful. Just being in the stadium, watching the people make the Olympic team each night has its own drama and its own excitement. But USA Swimming had did a great job with that courtyard just across the street from the pool, where they had the USA Swimming House, where they had the great free food, and where VIPs could hang out and catch up. And a lot of us older Olympians came and got to visit. And then the morning swims, they did morning swims in the stadium in the competition pool. And that was really a nice touch. So,
yeah, that was fun. I got a chance to coach one of those. I believe you did as well. And yeah, you did coach. You coached, and I was there I was quote unquote assisting you, but you kind of did your thing. I was head coach on another one of those. But yeah, that was interesting. And, I've been in that pool many times. Unfortunately, I had some surgery not too long ago, so I didn't jump in this time. But, it was great to be able to see the pool and be able to see people that always had that dream of being in an Olympic trials pool that never actually qualified for trials. So that was a dream come true for some.
So there's like 3 levels of the trials experience. There's just, going to trials, sitting in the stands, watching the events. It's wonderful. And of course you got the Aqua Zone with all the merchant area and the lounge area, Aqua Lounge, Aqua Zone. It was very well done, very spread out, lots of good merch. And then the second level is when you come do the trials training camp with me. You train, usually it's the middle school and high school kids that need to stay in shape, and college kids. They can train with me in the morning and train with me in the afternoon and still catch all the action for prelims and finals at the stadium. But the third and ultimate level is to sign up through USA Swimming and do the VIP experience with Lezak and friends, where you get to swim in the competition pool, do the dinners at night, get to smooge with you and the Olympians, and sit in the stands, sit in the nice boxes. So that's like the ultimate third level of trials. So thank you for making that ultimate trials experience happen.
Yeah, no, it was great. I mean, you had a wide variety of different people that were there for that. I mean, you had the people that just like to support USA Swimming. You had the hardcore master swimmers, and then you had like some couple families there. One little 6-year-old girl was jumping in the water, working out, and so that was pretty interesting to see. What it was all about, and to give them those inspirations to achieve trials one day in the Olympics.
Yeah, it's going to be 3 short years till the trials are back again. We're not sure where. Omaha is very convenient. People are used to it. There's a lot of positives to Omaha, and we'll have our trials training camp wherever it is. So
I heard there's a rumor it might be in your home state, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, Texas has a lot of big stadiums now. I heard a rumor it might be Indianapolis Football Stadium, downtown Indy, which is similar to Omaha with lots of hotels and convenience. So it'll be interesting to see who gets it. But either way, Jason will be there. I will be there. It'll be a great trials either way. And then you got a little break and then went off. We got to stay home and cheer on the games from Tokyo. You have a lot of great friends through ISL now that we're racing in Tokyo. And I'm curious what your take was on those 8 days in Tokyo about the ISL people that and the Team USA. And of course your record's still safe. That's good to know. But give us your thoughts on Tokyo.
Well, I mean, for me, obviously, like you said, knowing more people now through ISL, not just through the Cali Condors, but, I've talked to some other people from other teams. And so, just cheering for people that you actually know and you have a little bit more invested into versus just watching somebody and wanting them to win. But, when you're an American, it doesn't matter, whether you know somebody or not, you want the Americans to come in first, second, and third, right? So, I mean, I'm pulling for everybody. I'm loving watching it. And to be honest with you, after the trials, I was a little skeptical. I did an interview with somebody before trials, actually, and I kind of told them my take on it and what I thought. And, they pleasantly surprised me. These Americans came in and I believe they, outswam the rest of the world even more so than I thought they would. I never had any doubt they'd be the most dominant nation in the world, but I didn't think they'd win as many medals as they did and as many gold medals as they did. So, I was really happy to watch that.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I had, I don't know, just like healthy, low expectations because I'm just in this Corona season. I was just happy they're having the games. I'm like, just don't cancel it. Just have the games. Like, who cares how many medals we get? Let's just have it. And they did have it. Tokyo did persevere and have it. And the team had a bunch of double medal events and then had Bobby Fink come out and do his thing. And Caleb did his thing. Yeah. And there were some great, great moments. So 30 medals overall. Only a few teams have gotten more than that. You and I's 2000 team got like 32. Rio got 33. So, Tokyo at 30 medals is really, really good. So my take is that it's going to fire a lot of people up to stay in shape for Paris 24. And I honestly think of a lot of people who just missed the team who are still really, really good. They're going to be even more fired up to be ready for Paris. So I think it puts our team in a very good position in 3 years.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. There's also something to be said about team and being a part of USA, right? So when you're going into it, and no other country has that same kind of camaraderie and the support from not only your 50 swimmers at the competition, but I think the country in the United States gets behind these swimmers, and I know they feel it and I know they know it. So that little extra sense, I think, really helps the swimmers' performance.
Yeah, well, you and I overlapped on the USA team a few years, and I got to be your captain, and we had some great moments together for a few years. And then I kind of handed the baton to you. You were captain for a long, long time. And now the guys did very well in Tokyo. Who do you see as a leader now? What do you think? How have you been able to impart some of these things to some of these guys that you've gotten to know through your relationships? Like I know you know Caleb well and Bo Becker and some of these other guys. How do you feel, as modest as you can, just say how you have passed it on to them?
Well, I mean, obviously there's different types of leaders, right? I mean, when I was coming up in the swim world, I wasn't necessarily the, type of leader to be the rah guy and all that. And it's actually something that I learned a little bit and was able to do more of as I got older and more mature. So I think these younger guys, they're kind of feeling out who they are and how they need to lead. And they're doing a really good job at it. Obviously Caleb, he leads by example, but he's also that kind of guy who can fire that team up and get them excited. And, Ryan Murphy's kind of the similar situation as well. So I think U.S. is definitely in great hands as far as the captains go and the leaders go. And I think they're going to continue. And on the women's side as well, they have great leaders. So I think having the veterans around, and the thing about our sport, which is great, is you have people like, a Caleb and a Ledecky and Ryan Murphy and all these different people that are swimming in there, now it's second, maybe, Katie's third, but then maybe another fourth and fifth, and they're going to keep going. And being a professional now, they're able to do that. And, you were at the very start of it, right, where you were kind of starting to understand the professionalism. And, I was able to do 4 Olympics because of that. And it's just going to keep on going. So you're going to see great leaders stay around. And even like myself at 36, I might not have won a bunch of medals, but I was there for the leadership role. And I was really able to help support the team.
Yeah, you were 36 in your last games in London 2012. And then you helped me run the trials training camp in 2016, and now you're doing even bigger and better things. Speaking of which, you're now the GM of ISL, going on your 3rd year. It's hard to believe it was 3 years ago. You and I it was February in Turkey, kind of hashing it out, playing the ISL for season 1. And I was lucky enough to just kind of be there and be a fly on the wall and watch this whole thing unfold. And you just I'm just so proud of you. And I think what you've done is awesome, leading your team and all the GMs coming together in a really healthy way to support each other, to see ISL, see it succeed. And season 2 was awesome, where you guys, touched out energy standard. That was a big deal. And obviously it helps to have Caleb and Troy and, a nice solid base like that. But now you're going into season 3. So kind of give us your take on everything and what you're looking forward to.
Yeah, I mean, this season's a little different. We did our first ever draft, which was really unique. So basically, we were able to only keep half of our team from last year, and then we had to put everybody else into the draft. So I was able to pick up a few of the swimmers from my team last year that I didn't keep, and I grabbed them in the draft when I could. But someone like you mentioned earlier, Bo Becker. Unfortunately, I lost a guy like that, right? So it's great because we're able to balance the teams a little bit more. And as you've seen in the first 2 years, we had 4 teams that were pretty much set themselves apart from the other teams. So this draft will hopefully kind of make things a little bit more even. But I still think we got a great team. Having the superstars on our team, but obviously we need the depth and the balance. And I think I did a great job with that, working with my coaching staff to kind of figure out what we needed and fill certain holes where we needed them. And I think you're going to see great things from Cali Condors once again for season 3.
Give us some names of some of the folks y'all picked up in the draft. That was kind of behind the scenes, like that movie, The Draft. Give us.
Yeah, so basically, we got Mikey Ward right off the bat. As the rookie, she can do the sprints and all the strokes, and that's crucial for the skins. And then we are looking at picking up some certain spots that we were a little bit weak in. So we grabbed another breaststroker and Oleg Kostin on the guys' side. On the women's side, Leonie Coleman to do the 2 and the 4 as well. So now this year we got the 400 where it's actually, there's extra points. They're going to give you bonus points. If you take it out fast and you hold on, you get more points, right? So if you take it out fast and you fall apart, you could actually lose points. So it's a little different strategy this year, and it's interesting. And, so I was trying to fill pieces of where we needed them, and those skins, those relays, those 400s are now, a lot more important than they might have been before. So, those are little pieces that we were looking for. And then, to bring role players in like we have done in the other years. I mean, they might not be the big names people are looking at, but somebody that can get us 5th place versus 8th place. A lot of people don't see that, but that's a huge difference. And, that's what we're trying to do. And I think we did a good job with that last year. And I think we're hopefully going to do a good job again this year.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I got to guest coach the New York Breakers during season 1 when they passed through Dallas, Texas. And so I just loved being on deck. I just loved working with that caliber of athlete. And just the format is so exciting and wonderful. So that's my dream one day, is to help out again some way, somehow. But our buddy Bobby Brewer's coming on staff.
Yeah, brought Bobby on as an assistant coach. It's pretty difficult, actually. Like you said, you got another job, and almost all coaches have other jobs. So to be able to get somebody that can go away for a month is not always easy. And I've known Bobby. We've known Bobby forever. I swam with him, and then being a sports agent for me and everything. And he's had a long career in coaching. So I thought it was a great fit. He's actually helped me for the first 2 years on the marketing side, and I think our team has done a great job as far as securing sponsors and things like that. And, Bobby helped out a lot. So, Bobby was a no-brainer to bring on if he was able to get the time off.
Yeah. No, he's great, with the dry side and the wet side, and great with the athletes. So it's a perfect fit. So well done. I'm a little jealous of Brian Schroeder, how he got to kind of be Caleb Dressel's personal coach last year at the Bubble in Budapest, and just kind of watch Caleb do his thing and build over those 6 weeks and start, breaking records and watching him progress. That must have been a hoot for Brian and all you guys.
Yeah, no, Brian did a great job. I mean, obviously Troy was back there sending his workouts, and but Brian took really good care of all those Florida guys and some of the others too. The great thing about the ISL is you have unique individuals coming from different places, but a lot of times they'll come together and train together. And it's the same thing as we've done on the Olympic training camp. You might not be doing your exact practice that you're used to doing, but when you're racing other people like a Caleb Dressel, you're going to push yourself and you're going to go different places. And a great example of that is our guy Eddie Wong, who was actually training with Caleb. And you should see this guy. I mean, he's not a sprinter, but he's racing Caleb on 50 flies and keeping up with him. And, he broke the junior record in the 200 fly 3 times, I believe, over there. So, I mean, there's it's pretty unique competition going on within the training camp. And then obviously when we're racing the other teams.
Yeah, I love that story of Eddie just chasing Caleb every day, and he went faster than ever. And, you brought Bo back out of retirement and got him in shape, for a gold medal run.
Yeah, it was a great story for Bo. I mean, I felt bad. He was in a really bad situation. Obviously, without having any income, he wasn't able to keep swimming. And, just to give him that opportunity. And, I always thought he was a great swimmer, obviously, but who would have thought he would have come back and, not just made the Olympic team, but he dropped almost a second in his 100-meter time, right? So he's always proved it in the short course. And for him to come into the long course pool and drop a second and make the Olympic team, I'm just real proud of him.
And he made it look easy. His stroke would look smooth and long, like a 200 stroke.
Yeah, no, I've always thought he has a great long course stroke, which is why I was shocked that 49 flat was his best time when he had been 40.8 in yards. So the stroke looked like a great long course stroke to me, and he proved it.
Yeah, he finally got it down. Good luck ISL season 3. You guys leave August 26th. Or when do you fly out? You fly out pretty soon.
We're flying on the 24th. Some of the teams are flying on the 22nd. So the first competition is actually going to be on the 26th and 27th. Our team competes on the 28th and 29th. And make sure you guys see that. It's going to be live on CBS Sports on the 28th and then live on regular CBS over the air on the 29th. So anybody that has TV can turn on CBS on the 29th and catch that. You can also sign up on ISL.global, and you can watch all the events all the time, reruns and everything with a small fee. It's going to be pretty cool to be able to, get on there and watch the best swimmers in the world over and over and really learn. That's what I did when I was a swimmer. I looked at my stroke, I looked at other strokes, I looked at strategies, and that's how you get better. So just watching swimming and watching the best.
ISL Global, check it out, and CBS, check it out. So that's good. I'm glad to know that because I'm kind of missing the Olympic swimming. So now we got ISL swimming coming up real quick. So that's beautiful. And most importantly, your kids are now swimming.
Yeah, it was pretty fun, actually. We haven't in California, everything's been shut down pretty hard. And my kids have hardly raced. They've done a few inter squad meets. Finally, they were starting to race a little bit, and then they had their Junior Olympics at the end of August, which was the first time they went to a meet with a bunch of teams, and little chaos, what we are used to in California, but it was great. They had a good time. They did all best times, and it's fun. It's fun to watch for the first time in person. So that was the first time I was allowed actually to be in the pool, watch them swim, which was kind of neat and fun in the last year and a half.
That's good. That is a joy to be able to share that with your kids. So one of my 6, Luke, he's now 20. And so he's now swimming at University of Missouri. So it's really fun to watch him do their best and do his thing. There's a lot of us who, old friends on the USA team who have kids swimming. I read about Gustavo Borges' son, goes by Luis Borges. He went real fast in Brazil the other day. And, of course, Jeff Julian, your coach's son, Jeff and Christine's kid, Trenton, is amazing, still doing lifetime best and going as a pro. Did he get picked up in the ISL, by the way?
So he actually decided to take his 5th-year eligibility at Cal, and man, he had a tough Olympic trials. But I don't know if you saw at nationals, he wound up doing the fastest time as an American this year, and what a final at the Olympics. A little bit of a bummer, but I mean, he's the kind of guy where that's just going to give him the confidence he needs to keep going for the next 3 years, and that's not going to hold him down. I mean, he's a determined, and I think he'll come on real strong in a few years and make the next team. No, the way he's willing to go out and the way he's willing to work hard, I think future's bright for him. There's more to come. And then Janet Evans' kids are swimming. And then Lindsay Benko's kids are swimming. So it's really fun to see the next generation of, swim kids. Well, one of them I saw in at USA Swimming House and at the Olympic trials. Her maiden name, Colleen Lene, now Colleen Cox. Her son is swimming really, really fast, and met him. I think he's only 13, maybe 14, but another one who's doing really well. Yeah, that's true. It's fun to see that and share that with the kids. And it's hard to believe it's been about 10 years since you and I made the weightlifting video called Getting Stronger with Jason Lezak. As you could tell, I'm still doing it. You lifted so hard, oh man, popped out. Right? Ouch! Yeah, I tore my pec in Budapest last year during the ISL, actually working out, and waited a little bit. Finally had the surgery, and it's just had my 5-month appointment checkup the other day. He said it looks really good, but I got 1 more month until I have to, stop being cautious, and I can start, going back to my normal everyday stuff. But that's what happens when you get old and you try to work too hard sometimes. Can you remember Ben Wildman Tobrenner? He had the same injury and he came back and made the team. 7 months later. It's crazy. I mean, I don't remember the exact extent. I actually had a graft put in mine, which kind of delays the healing process and the recovery time a little bit. But yeah, I mean, you can read all about it. I mean, professional athletes, sometimes it says it takes them a year to get back to where they were. So, props for him. Yeah. So anyway, you got back from 2008 with the world record swim. The whole world's talking about it. And I'm like, Jason, we got to share with the world what you did in the weight room to get so strong to do that fastest split of all time, 46.06. Nobody's come close in 13 years now. And, we got to share everybody what you're doing in the weight room. And you were like, okay, so we filmed this thing in Sacramento, California in a 24-hour fitness. We just took it over one night between 8 p.m. and midnight, and we filmed the whole thing, and we filmed all your favorite movements, and we got your strength trainer there, great guy. And I just love that product. I think it's a great video. People can get it online. Just Google Getting Stronger with Jason Lezak, and it's really well priced. I think it's $19.99 to get all the movements, all the videos. So, I mean, just talk a little bit about how that strength program helped you do what you did. Yeah, no, I mean, at the time, it was a little different than what other people were doing. I mean, basically what I was trying to do was not only gain overall strength, but I needed strength and endurance, right? To be able to go for 46, 47 seconds at a max effort I mean, you need to be pushing through that lactate tolerance. And a lot of the stuff I did in the gym was to replicate what I was trying to do in the pool, and, pushing through that lactate tolerance. And it wasn't about doing, too heavy lifts. It was about pushing through it hard and then going right on to the next one, pushing hard. So your heart rate's up, you're building that lactate, and you're learning how, as my old coach Salo used to always say, be comfortable being uncomfortable. And that's what it's all about. And it's, you're able to, when you're able to do it in practice, you're going to be able to do it in the race when it's most important.
Yeah. Well, obviously you did something in the weight room that allowed you to push through incredible pain barriers, because you really didn't swim that much those 3 years. You were coaching yourself, training by yourself. I mean, it was 5 to 6 swims a week, correct?
On a typical, quote unquote, normal swim type program, no. But it was very similar to, like I said, what I was doing in the weight room. I was pushing through those barriers and learning how to feel comfortable being uncomfortable. So, I mean, to me, I've always not thought that how much you're doing is what's important. I thought it was what you were doing. And, coming from Coach Salo's background as well, I mean, when he first started coaching us, we were going 4,000 to 5,000, and people were looking at it like, this is crazy, it's not going to work. And then you got Aaron Pearsall breaking a world record in a 200 backstroke doing that. And people like, wow, how's that possible? And now on a complete different level, you got Michael Andrew doing, even less yardage, probably, very different. And you can see that, different programs work. There's not a cookie cutter of this is the only way you can train in the pool, this is the only way you can train in the gym. But I think what you said is I offer a way to train in the gym that is a great quality way to do it. And I think it's worth giving it a try.
Getting Stronger with Jason Lezak. Google that, and it's well worth the investment. So thanks for filming that with me 10 years ago. And that's still available today. And I think
there's some good laughs in there. Josh trying to do the workout, not being in shape. Unfortunately, we didn't push him and we didn't make him throw up. But if he would have done the actual workout like it was asked, he would have never survived. He wasn't quite in the condition he needed to be at the time.
Just demonstrating and filming with you that night, I couldn't move for a week. So if I ever did the real thing, though, and stuck to it, I think it would benefit anybody. But that's a cool thing. That workout you can do really in any gym at any age. It's really, really well done. Getting Stronger with Jason Lezak. Man, I just really appreciate you taking time to catch up. I'm going to be cheering on the Cali Condors this year, and can't wait to work with you at the next trials training camp, wherever the trials are going to be in 2024 as we get the team ready for Paris. And thank you for all you do for Team USA, for global swimming, and just being an ultimate swimmer and a great ambassador.
Well, don't forget about all those breakout swim clinics we've done together. And I don't know if I'll be seeing you, but, I think we've probably been on the tandem of the most clinics together out of anybody in the world, probably. But anyways, that's been a lot of fun over the last couple decades as well.
Yeah, that has been the joy of my life is being on the road with guys like you and getting to teach kids and inspire kids. So, yeah, if you want Lezak or I to come to your team, you can always do that at the Breakout Swim Clinic. And you guys know how to get a hold of me, Josh at joshdavis.com. But you're a little busier now with ISL, but still available to get out now and again. And, again, good luck in the first rounds in Naples, Italy. Did you go last time? Have you been to Italy yet?
I've been to Italy. We were there for about 10 days in the season one. Great place, great pool, great fans. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, they say that was one of the best crowds. So that should be a good time. And then November's Budapest. And then
no, we're going to Eindhoven. They just announced
Eindhoven.
That.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll be there for the playoff semifinals.
And then where's the championship, the final one?
They haven't announced that yet, but it's going to be early January.
Oh, okay. So take off for Christmas and then the final in January.
Yep.
Okay. So lots of great swimming action through ISL. And Jason Lezak, we look forward to catching up next time. Appreciate it, buddy.
All right. Thanks, Josh.
Thank you for joining us on this Ultimate Swimmer podcast. We hope you enjoyed hearing from these Olympians and life champions and how certain habits and decisions help them on their journey, and they can help you too. If there is an ultimate swimmer from your team that you would like to nominate that we can recognize on our show, just email me at josh@joshdavis.com. That's josh@joshdavis.com. And tell us about how your ultimate swimmer is making a difference in your swimming community. And that's the goal. to make a difference and swim with purpose. Not only are you getting better, but you're helping those around you get better too. When you realize you were born for the water, born for greatness, and born to serve others, you are on your way to becoming an ultimate swimmer. I'm Josh Davis. Until next time, keep streamlining and keep smiling. See you around the pool soon.